Evening, ladies and gentlemen, hope you're all well. Just further videos from my trip to Tarifa and the southern coast of Spain. I took one day, I went to Gibraltar, obviously a British territory, or an English territory, British territory. One of the three places you can move to with a British passport, Isle of Man being another one. Well, I'm not quite sure of the third, but Gibraltar's one as well. You can just move to Gibraltar. That's it there in the distance, the big rock. This is just driving up. I'm still in Spain at the moment. This is still the Spanish land. There's the English land in the distance, England in the sun, or Britain in the sun. So yeah, this is just a drive up to Gibraltar. England in the sun. It's probably still sunny. England, Spain. England, Spain. So once you pass through the passport control sort of area, as it's now no longer part of Europe, obviously with Brexit, you have to go through passport control to get into Gibraltar. Again, it was very surprising to me. It wasn't quite what I expected. It was quite high-risey and very busy, and more Spanish than I thought it was going to be as well. It wasn't that English to me, to be honest, being English. So this is just sort of the walk down. You've come through passport control and you've got to walk down here to get a bus. And you can, like, if you keep going straight down, there is the runway, and you can actually go across the runway to get to Gibraltar. And they close the road for when a plane lands, but I don't think that's the primary use now. The bus we caught went round another way and didn't cross. It actually went underneath the runway, so it was a different way. But yeah, the runway is right as you sort of come in, and there's a road crosses right over the runway. It's not used that often, I don't think, the runway. But yeah, this is just a walk down from passport control to get the bus straight into Gibraltar. This is the bus ride into Gibraltar. I parked the car outside Gibraltar and just walked in and got the bus. You could drive in if you wanted to and park in Gibraltar, but it was very busy. I thought a lot of traffic. I thought it was very sort of a small island with trying to get as much packed into it as it can, really. And it was very crowded and a lot of traffic. I did see a few English things on the bus ride. There's McDonald's, but they're everywhere in Spain, to be honest, and Burger King. There's a Burger King every 10 minutes or something. I've seen a Morrison's. There's Morrison's right in the sort of centre, and it's all high-rise apartments, as you can see. It's high-rise apartments all the way. And obviously trying to get as much in as they can, pack it into a small area, so they're building upwards. So there's a lot of like high-rise apartments, fairly modern and new they look like as well. I'm not sure how old they all are. Some very nice ones as well, some nice ones on sort of the port and the pier and through gated communities, and just a lot of nice apartments, to be honest. And so it looks like quite a nice place to live, to be honest, Gibraltar. Just quite busy and not quite as English or British as it's made out to be. They stick the odd red phone box everywhere to make you think it's England or Britain, you know what I mean, like in London. But we don't even use phone boxes anymore, so that's that. So yeah, it was nice though. It was a nice place. It was a nice islandy territory. I mean, it would be nice to live there. We'd just be crowded and Be like living in a city, really. Just be like living in a city. But it was very nice. So this is now got off the bus. You drive sort of right down to the bottom of the island, not quite to the bottom, but near the bottom. Sort of, it's not far from sort of the cable cars that take you up to the top of the mountain. I didn't go up to the top of the mountain and see the monkeys because I wasn't there long really. You kind of need to be there the full day or like be staying there to kind of get everything done and go up the mountain and have time to do it. It was quite expensive as well, to be honest, like £25 a person in a taxi up to the top, or I think it was £19 for the cable car, and I'm not sure if that was a return or one way. So, or €19. You can use both euros and pounds. It is actually more expensive if you use euros than pounds, but it's still expensive as well. I go to a chip shop quite early on, I'll show you, that was quite expensive. We take a walk down sort of the main high street of Gibraltar. It's nice, to be honest. It's very nice, very clean. Every shop is full and busy, and it's very busy as well, as you'll see. The high street, it's very busy, and yeah, it was nice, to be honest. It was a nice place. It was clean, it was nice, it was bright, and it wasn't particularly good weather on the day as well. It was sort of drizzly, rainy. It wasn't really raining, but it was drizzly rain now and again. But it was one of them. It dried. You dry pretty quick due to the heat. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, it was just a walk down sort of the main street of Gibraltar here. Well, look. Stopped at some place that said British fish and chips, foolishly to be honest, one of the first places on the street. It was quite expensive. I'll look at the menu in a minute, and when the chips come and the fish was alright. It was like a fish and chip shop fish in England, but the chips were just like frozen chips or something. It's like some dodgy fucking foreign takeaway pretending to be English. Past the fucking Irish bar at one point and walked up to the door, and all you could hear coming out of it was Spanish, loads of Spanish people talking, and there wasn't an Irishman in sight, to be honest. So yeah, it wasn't as quite as English and Irish or British as you would imagine, and even like this fish and chip shop was kind of a foreigner's fish and chip shop, and it was nowhere near English chips, to be honest. There weren't even real potato or nothing.
Unless everything comes in.
But that was his character anyway, wasn't it? He's always been like that.
So this is the local high street, so to speak. It's quite long, like it's a real long street, full of shops. No shops were empty. It was very busy, as I've said. Be a good spot for a holiday, to be honest, but it's quite expensive even to fly there. I think only British Airways fly to Gibraltar, and from what I've seen, you kind of have to stop somewhere as well. There's like one stop off. It costs like 10 times more for a flight than it does going to somewhere to Malaga like I did, or at least 7 or 8 times more. There isn't that many flights. They don't go to every airport in England. There isn't any from Newcastle, where I flew from. You'd have to go from London or something. It has to be British Airways, and it's quite expensive. But it's still a nice destination, if you ask me, for a holiday. And it's got that bit of British, but it's very Spanish as well for me as well, I thought. So. And I heard probably more people speaking Spanish than I did people speaking English, to be honest. But yeah, it's still lovely though, to be honest.
Yeah, it's lasted a long time when I bought it. Oh, is it doing that? Somewhere. Tiene otro más debajo del pie.
Usually the bartender, the bulldozer.
There's many British shops, as we can see. There's Card Factory and Marks and Spencer's, and I didn't see Greg's, to be honest. But yeah, but there's plenty of the sort of the British shops, Boss and all kinds, to be honest, as well as a mix of Spanish as well. So it's a good blend, to be honest. It's a good blend. So yeah, some nice shops. As I say, every shop was full. And yeah, it was bustling. It was bustling, as you can see. And this is obviously in very early March, so it's not even sort of peak holiday season. So it could be very busy come July, August, September, that kind of time. But yeah, it's nice and busy. Shops full. Every shop you can imagine, from jewellery to clothes to everything. Yeah, brilliant. That there on the left and just past as well is the tip tours up to the top of the mountain. Either by the cable car or by a taxi. They just saw a white car van that went past there. That was the vans that take you up, £25 a person. We didn't go, but yeah, it's if you want to go up to the top of the rock and see the monkeys, so £25 or £19 a person, depending on which way you want to go. The cable car goes right up the side. But yeah, that was the tours just as we passed there.
Which costs the same price as the cable car. Oh, right, same price as the entrance to the thing.
They're in Costa Coffee.
What? It's the main street of Gibraltar. Apparently England, but don't hear a lot of people speaking English, to be honest. Very few indeed, but unlike the English high street, it's very busy. And all the shops are full. Busy high street. Very expensive indeed here for some things.
She posted it into the Yeah, she does post it. She posted it into the Yeah, she does post it.
That's funny.
Can you answer the question, did we land on the moon? Your silence speaks volumes, Mr. Monkey. Your silence speaks volumes.
Rags in the store.
Corrieron para arriba los caracoles y a mi caracol por todos lados, en el refondo, por todos lados, venga, por todos lados. Una vez a mi madre, ven carito a recoger los caracoles, y caracoles por todos lados. ¿Eh? Claro.
A pound shop. Well, that's a whistle-stop tour of Gibraltar. I was only there maybe 5 hours, maybe not even that, to be honest. Yeah, just a whistle-stop tour. Sorry I didn't go up the mountain and see the monkeys, but I didn't fancy fucking chasing a monkey all over the fucking rock for me camera back. And making a spectacle of myself, to be honest. So yeah, but if I was there longer, I would have went up there. But it would have took quite a long time to get up and back down. And I wanted to see the high street and various things as well, to be honest. So yeah, it would maybe worth another visit, to be honest, for a longer time. But yeah, lovely little place, as you can see, written in the sun.